Hi guys, it's Derek. Welcome back to my channel. Hi. So for this video, I am going to be telling you about
The rabbits.
this is the long-awaited rabbit update video, and it's probably not going to be what a lot of people wanted, but it's all I can do. I just want to say before you go to run to the comments and say that I was like irresponsible or I was bad or something. If you're going to comment something like that, please watch the whole video before you do so then you like understand what actually happened. I'm just going to get started because it's actually like maybe a long story. I don't know. I'm just gonna say what everybody's wondering. I do not have the rabbits anymore. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I posted a video maybe 2 years ago now of when I got two Holland Lop rabbits that I named Campbell and Bentley. I have gotten comments about the rabbits on maybe every single video I've ever posted since I posted the video where I got my rabbits. And that video is my most viewed video on my channel. And people were really curious to know like how they were doing, I guess, which is so sweet. Like, I'm not mad that people cared or wanted to see the rabbits. Like, I understand. I know that most of my channel is from the rabbit video, and I was kind of scared that people would attack me. So this is basically just going to be my story with my rabbits and what happened. I'm actually going to start not with Campbell and Bentley, but with my very first rabbit that I had, and her name was Sadie. She was a Holland Lop rabbit, and I got her when I was in 7th grade. So I was like maybe 12, 13. And so she was my first rabbit. She was free roamed in my bedroom. And when I was in 10th grade, 3 years later, Sadie got really sick. She had an ear infection, which apparently is really bad for rabbits to have. I'm not sure how she got it. I noticed one day that her head was tilted to the side a little, and I was like, no, that doesn't look right. It was like she couldn't straighten it. It was like this. So we took her to the vet. They weren't sure if it was either like an ear infection or if it was like there was some, I don't remember honestly. There was something else it could have been. We did the x-ray to make sure it wasn't that, and it wasn't. So it was like confirmed that it was an ear infection. But basically, we took her home. I had to move her cage like from my bedroom. I had to put her, I actually, instead of having my whole bedroom, she had to be in a cage literally in our living room so we could all like watch her to make sure she was like okay. And her head would just keep tilting like more and more and more to the side, and eventually she started like, she would take one step and then just roll. Like, you know how alligators, when they bite something in the water and they just spin around, like that's what Sadie would do. Like, she would stand up with her little crooked head and like roll, not be able to stop. I think she was just like so disoriented, and her balance was really off because of her head being tilted. It didn't seem like she was getting better. I mean, we were hoping she would get better, but her head got so bad. It was like completely horizontal. She kind of got used to it. She stopped rolling, constantly, and would just sit in one place kind of the entire day. It was really sad. I just woke up one morning and she had passed away. So that was basically what happened to Sadie and how she passed away. I eventually wanted to get a new rabbit. I think it was like 6 months later. Parents were like, okay, fine, you can get one. When I had Sadie, I always wanted to get another one because I know they're not supposed to live alone. So I always wanted to have a friend for her, but I wasn't ever allowed to. When I got the new ones, I was like, I only want to get them if I can get like a friend, and I was like allowed to. So I adopted two, and they were Campbell and Bentley, and I brought them home. And yeah, I think in my video you can see me sneezing and stuff. So basically I had to give Campbell and Bentley away because I was allergic to them, like really, really bad, out of nowhere, which didn't make sense because I did have a rabbit before them. I don't know what happened, or if it was just because there was two of them, so it was like double the rabbit. But I was so allergic to them. I could not even be in my bedroom with them. Oh my god, talking about the rabbits is making me sneeze. It's bringing back trauma. Maybe it was a placebo. Is that even possible? Okay, anyways, I sound so dramatic, but it got to the point where it was like what's the word? Debilitating? Dehabilitating? Habilitating, I don't know. Something. These were the symptoms that I had. I would sneeze was the biggest one. My nose would run, turn red. My eyes would itch and turn red. My skin would itch. My ears would get clogged and they would start like burning up and my throat would get scratchy and I literally like would need to use my inhaler because I like couldn't breathe. Like it would literally affect my breathing. And like the sneezing was like always the constant thing that happened. If I touched them, that's when like the itching and the eyes and my like that stuff kind of happened. Sleeping in my room, like not being able to breathe. It went on for like months. I had them for like 7 months, I think, before I was like, okay, I really don't want to, but I need to give them away. I don't know what happened. I obviously would not have gotten 2 rabbits that I knew that I was allergic to, you know? But I had a rabbit before and I was fine. Like, I took an allergy pill with Sadie. I would have the sneezing issue like once, it was rare. I would have it once in a while. With Campbell and Bentley, I was like, okay, maybe I didn't have a rabbit for a while and maybe my allergies just need to get used to it. So that's why I had them for so long and didn't give them away right away. And I also didn't want to. And I tried so hard to find solutions to it. I saw a doctor and we talked about it and they gave me like suggestions for allergy medicines to take, like pills I would have to take like once a day. And nothing worked, which is so weird. Campbell and Bentley were the same type of rabbit that Sadie was, but I was not allergic to Sadie the way that I was allergic to Campbell and Bentley. Oh my God. I was not sneezing until I sat down and started talking about the rabbits. That is so weird. Okay. So eventually it got to the point where I was only like cleaning their cage and feeding them. And it's like, those are like not the fun parts of owning a pet. The most fun parts, at least to me, would be like the time you get to spend with them, like petting them or holding them or playing with them, like things like that. And I couldn't do any of that because I knew it would happen to me if I did. And even if I washed my hands, like I tried everything, you guys, I swear, like giving them away was the last thing I wanted to do. For me, the breaking point, I guess, was when I would avoid going near them or being near them or touching them at all because I like subconsciously was like, I can't touch you, like I'm gonna like have my whole breakout thing. Like I avoided them hard. Like at first I dealt with it too. I tried spending time with them. I wanted to bond with them. I wanted to play with them. I wanted to have them, but it just didn't work out because I was so allergic. And I felt so bad that they would sit, in their cage during the day. They would obviously get free time. Like they would come out a lot and run around the whole basement. I felt like they were being neglected by me. So I was like, okay, I need to give them to someone else because I can't, like, I'm being an awful owner. It was really selfish to keep them and literally do nothing with them except clean up after them and feed them. But I hope you all understand the whole situation of what happened and why I had to give them away. So the last part of the story is what we did with them, who we gave them to. My mom posted that we were looking for homes for them on like Facebook, I think. So one of my mom's friends knew a family that was, might want them, and they talked to us and we talked to them and we had them over to our house to meet them. So the family it was like a mom and a dad, and they had like an 8-year-old daughter or something, and they didn't even tell her that they were coming over to look at the rabbits. So she just came over and was like, oh my gosh, there's bunnies here. She really wanted a rabbit, and the mom and dad knew that they would be taking care of them more. Rabbits are a lot of work, and especially for a child. They came over at our house for like an hour just sitting with them and petting them and stuff, and they were not allergic to them. So they liked them and they said that they wanted them. They were like the best fit because I knew they were her rabbits, but it was really like the entire family was going to be taking care of them and loving them. I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I wanted because I couldn't do any of that. So I'm so happy that they went somewhere that it would be like that for them because that's what they deserved. A couple weeks later, we had like an update from them and they said that they were doing really well, and they sent us a picture of them in the cage, and I can try to find that picture. I don't know if I have it, but I'll try to find it and put it in here. You now know the whole story of what happened, and yeah, this is the last video I will make about the rabbits because there's nothing else I can say. So that is it for the video, you guys. I hope that you liked it, and I will see you guys next week with a new one. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Oh my God. What? I was literally fine. This is so weird. Okay, anyways, bye.